Guess what day it is? Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Hump day, hump day, hump day.
Thank you. It's good to be back. You've had a busy couple of weeks, huh? Traveling around. Or maybe they had their human skin on. Maybe you did. Uh, yeah, you sent me some pictures. That was a pretty amazing cave, pretty breathtaking. I hear. I just turned my volume up. I hear. I just turned my volume. Yeah, because I just turned the volume up to here. Hear you. It's, I can hear you. All right, Jay's having difficulty getting his mic on. It's working for me. I can hear him. He's trying to get it to work on the live show. Just hang in there a minute. He's working on it. He's on the road too, so he's not using his home equipment.
Let's see. Can you hear me now? I'm using my headphone microphone.
All right, I heard you.
You did? Okay.
Through the show.
Okay. So
But now I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, not now.
Okay, hold on. All right, let me make another one of these. I'll run both of them, one for you and one for this. All right, hang on. Okay. Can you hear me now, Franz? Can you hear me now, Franz? You can't hear me?
No.
Oh, you're echoing. Yeah, that's because I got two things on.
Nope, not through my computer. You're going through the live stream, but you're not coming through to me. And you're echoing.
Yeah, I just shut that one off. Shoot. What the heck? This sucks. Yeah, but Franz can't hear me. All right. And you could hear me before, right? Yeah, so, why isn't this mic working? It says it's working. You could hear me before, right? Check. Oh, that's this thing. Ugh. What a pain in my butt. I don't know what to do. All right. Can you hear me now, Franz?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? You can't hear me? All right. Can you hear me now, Franz?
Well, I turned the volume up on my show, on the show, so I can hear you through that.
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh my goodness. I just put it back to the way we were talking before.
All right. Should I just? I'm just gonna start.
Yeah. Back to the way we were talking before.
That's funny, and I still can't hear you. I'm just gonna start the show.
Go ahead, start it up.
So. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm assuming you can still hear me. So, I don't know if you watched Jay's last video. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties. But he was talking a lot about numbers, incantations. Like the artificial intelligence is algorithmic incantations, and everything's a spell. And he's talked a lot about these numbers, forward and backwards, right? 9 to the 1 to the 1, 1 to the 1 to the 9. We also have 9 to the 1, 1 to the 9, right? So the other day, 191 stuck out to me. Yeah. So I have a few examples of a numeric incantation. Right? And when we go through this, I want you to think about the show when we were talking about the patterns, the incantation symbolism in the roads and cities. Right. So here we have Aeroflot Flight 191 was a Soviet domestic passenger flight. Vankovo International Airport to Ashgabat International Airport. It's supposed to have a stopover on March 5th, 1963. The Ilyushin Tu-18 crashed while landing, result of a dust storm. 12 out of 54 people on board were killed.
That adds up to 19.
This is X-15 Flight 36597 was a suborbital space flight of the North American X-15 experimental space plane, carrying the experiment peak of 2,666,000, 50.4 miles. This was an X-15. The flight was 191. On November 15th, 1967, ended in tragedy. Aircraft broke apart minutes after launch due to technical difficulties, killing the pilot. Finnair Flight 191, approximately 11:15 on the 24th June 1972. This plane crashed while attempting to land at the Mercedita Airport. 5 people died in the incident, and the remaining people were injured. American Airlines Flight 191 was a regularly scheduled domestic passenger flight in the United States from O'Hare in Chicago. It was flying to Los Angeles International Airport in California. On the afternoon of May 25th, 1979, the McDonnell Douglas DC-1010 operating this flight was taking off from runway 32R in O'Hare. Engine detached from the wing, causing a loss of control, and the aircraft crashed less than 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers from the end of the runway. All 258 passengers and 13 crew on board were killed.
Yeah, this is all sacrifice stuff.
Delta Airlines Flight 191. Delta Airlines Flight 199 was a regularly scheduled domestic service from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Los Angeles. Supposed to have a stop in Dallas and Fort Worth International Airport. August 2nd, 1985. Lockheed L-1011 TriStar operating Flight 191 encountered a microburst while approached land at DFW. The aircraft impacted the ground over 1 mile, 1.6 short of the runway. Struck a car near the collided with 2 water tanks, and disintegrated 37 people, and 25 others were injured in the crash.
Can you hear me now?
No, I still can't hear you, Jay.
Okay.
Here we have Comair Flight 191. The aircraft was assigned the airport's runway 22. Takeoff used run 26 instead. Runway 26 was too short for a safe takeoff, causing the aircraft to overrun the end of the runway before it could become airborne. It crashed just past the end of the runway, killing all 47 passengers and 2 of the 3 crew members. JetBlue Flight 191. It was a regular scheduled domestic commercial passenger flight from New York to Las Vegas. March 27, 2012. The Airbus 320, serving a route diverted to Rick Husband Amarillo International Airport in Amarillo, Texas, after the captain, suffering from an apparent mental breakdown, started behaving erratically and making disturbing and incoherent statements, leading to first officer tricking him into entering the cabin where he was restrained by staff and passengers. So this plane luckily didn't crash, but this guy was having a breakdown wanting to crash the plane.
This is crazy. This is all 911 sacrifice.
We have the Quinton Shill rail disaster. Let's look at some trains. Quinton Shill rail disaster was a multi-train rail crash which occurred on the 22nd May 1915. Report gives an estimated total of 215 deaths and a further 191 injured. An Amtrak train carrying 191 people crashed into truck in Chesterfield County. The train crashed in the tractor trailer Friday morning on Highway 1 in the Patrick community of Chesterfield. Madrid train bombings of 2004, coordinated near simultaneous attacks targeting commuter trains in Madrid on the morning of March 11, 2004, beginning at 7:37 a.m. and continuing for several minutes. 10 bombs exploded on 4 trains in and around Ocha station in the city's center, leaving 191 dead. and more than 1,800 injured. State police investigating a crash with train destroys car in Northampton County. The Forks Township Fire Department responded to a crash on Route 191 in Stocktown the afternoon on Tuesday, August 30. Bar shuttered after crash. Man was hit by a train. Greenan was walking along railroad tracks approximately 6:40 p.m. Wednesday near 191 Street, LaGrange Road, and was struck and killed by an onbound Rock Island Metro train. Starting to see a pattern.
Yep.
Here we have a bullet train. Crashes and kills 32 in China. A Chinese bullet train crashed into other high-speed trains that had stalled after being struck by lightning Saturday in eastern China, causing 4 carriages to fall off a viaduct and killing at least 32 people and injuring 191.
Wow.
Train crashed into a 40-ton truck. Israel police said 5 were dead in the scene. 2 others died in hospital. Also, 191 people were treated for injuries. Texas worst state for railroad crossing accidents. In 2020 alone, the Texas reported 191 railroad crossing crashes that resulted in 67 deaths, the highest totals in the county.
That's crazy.
Train collides with house in Atlanta. According to report, a train was pulling 191 rail cars, 68 of which were loaded with dirt, rocks, and sand. 9 of those cars came completely off the tracks, and another 5 were partially derailed. It was unsure what had caused the train to jump the tracks. I got audio from you, Jay, coming through now.
You do?
I can hear you, yeah.
Sweet. All right, I'm just trying to turn my camera back on.
All right. I don't know about the live stream. I don't know if they hear you or not, but I definitely do again.
Well, I'm sure my mother will tell me in a minute.
Oh, I think I do hear you. I just turned it up again.
All right.
So have you been able to hear this whole time?
I've been able to hear you, yep. This is crazy what you're showing us, dude.
191, all the...
This is insane, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
So I'm going to read this one over again. Be obnoxious. So this is about train collides with a house in Atlanta. So this is the reports of a train was pulling 191 rail cars, 68 of which were loaded with dirt, rocks, and sand. 9 of those cars came completely off the tracks, and another 5 were partially derailed. They don't know why. Just jumped the tracks.
That's crazy.
We have Salisbury rail crash. The SWR driver was unable to brake properly for a red signal as compacted leaves on the line had made the rail slippery, and the train traveled 626 feet or 191 meters past the signal until it hit the side of the Great Western Railway. It's in a tunnel.
Wow, dude. Well, trains represent the serpent, so this is pretty crazy that you're finding all this stuff. There's so many.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. There was so many. Even I just took this 191 rabbit hole and just blew my mind.
So what I was saying earlier that you couldn't hear me, I was saying that this is all Apollo sacrifice.
Absolutely.
Just like the towers. This is all the same as the towers. This number is
That's and everything associated with 191 is accidents.
yeah.
Here's a woman hit killed by one train in the Washington Heights. The MTA's Twitter account sent out multiple updates starting at 1:52 a.m. about the line the one line being delayed in both directions after a person was struck by a train at 191st Street.
Man.
The 191st Street station is it's called 191 station. It's on 191st Street. It's Washington Heights. The stop along line 1, considered the deepest at 180 feet below street level.
Of course it's 180.
It's the deepest station on all the subways in New York City at 180 feet.
That's
And
18, man.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was open for business on January 14th, 1911.
Dude, that's insane.
2 men beaten and robbed in the 191st Street tunnel after the lights were added. The pair was walking through the tunnel, which connects Broadway with the 191st Street 1 train station on Sunday, October 19th, about 9:30, when they were confronted by a group of at least 3 men.
Wow. Even 9:30 at night could be 3 6s.
Uh-huh.
That's nuts.
Yep. All these numbers were just, and I didn't go too deep in it, but so then I was like, all right, so there's 191st Street. How many others are there? And the list is endless. We got 191st Street East in Washington. We got 191st Street, Terrence, California. We also have Texas Highway 191. We have the 191st Civil District Court. 191 District Court. It's at George L. Allen Senior Courts Building, 600 Commerce Street, Box 74, Dallas, Texas. We have 191 Texas Street, Buffalo, New York. 191 South Texas Avenue, East Wenatchee. 191 Street, Thomas Drive, Point Blank. Euclid Avenue and East 191st Street. 191st Street, Cleveland, Ohio. 191 Main Street, Portland. And the list goes on for streets. We have the main state route 191.
Oh, man, yeah.
U.S. Route 191. U.S. Route 191 is a spur of U.S. Route 91 that has 2 branches. The southern branch runs for 1,102 miles, or 1,773 kilometers, from Douglas, Arizona on the Mexican border to the southern part of Yellowstone National Park. The northern branch runs for 442 miles, or 711 kilometers.
Yeah, if you look
From
at
the
the
northern
top,
part of Yellowstone National Park to Loring, Montana, at the Canadian-U.S. border.
So the southern branch, it says runs for 17. Can you hear me?
Vermont 191.
Can you not hear
Vermont
me?
Route 191 is a short 2.290
Yeah, what is
mile
wrong
long
with
state
that?
highway in Orleans County, Vermont. It serves as a connection from Interstate 91 in Derby to U.S. Route 5 and Vermont 105 in the city of Newport. The route is signed north to south, but it runs almost entirely east to west.
You can't hear me.
We have New York Route 191. New York State Route 191 was a 6.24 mile, 10.04 kilometer long state highway located in the north Adirondack Park. The route was maintained and designated by the Clinton County Highway Department as County Route 23, headed from an intersection with New York 22 in Hamlet, Scotia, within the town of Chazy, in the junction of Route 9, US 9. The Pennsylvania Route 191 is a 111.54 mile long state highway in the state of Pennsylvania. It's a major non-freeway corridor connecting the Lehigh Valley to the Pocono Mountains. Yeah, I can't hear you again. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
We have County Road 191, Florida, measuring 10.91 miles. The southern branch leads away from downtown Milton along Canal and Henry Streets to the unincorporated town of Baghdad and Graycon Point. Tennessee Route 191. Tennessee from I-40-33 north into Bedford for US 69A.
Man, they are messing with us.
So let's, sorry about that. Let's think about first responders, right? Like if there's the flight 191 crashes into a house 191 on Route 191, you have a fire and injuries, you're going to call 911. Right.
Emergency.
All right, I got you back now. I just heard you.
Yeah, I just made a quick setting while you were flipping through the pictures. Because whenever I go to try to change the settings, it like blocks the screen.
Oh.
But what I wanted to tell you, I was trying to tell you something way back when you were talking about that one highway that went across, separated the U.S.
Yeah.
Like it was 1,763 kilometers, the south end, and the top end was 711, which we know is 911.
Right.
But the top end or the bottom end was 711 also, because the 1, the 7, the 6, and the 3, that's 711 as well.
Right.
It was. I mean, I forget what it was exactly, but that's what I was trying to tell you. I was like, oh, dude, they're both 711.
That's why I was hoping, yeah, your volume, because you would be chiming in on all of this, because there's a lot more.
Well, I am chiming in. You just can't hear me.
All right. Well, I'm glad you are. Okay. So I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, say that, like I said, there was an airplane flight 191 and it crashed into a house numbered 191 off of Route 191, and you had a fire and injuries, possibly deaths. You're going to call 911.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you're going to have to call the fire station, fire station 191. You'd be surprised how many there are. How many fire engines? 191. And this is off this town in Florida. Fire engine 191 is our newest equipment, purchased and customized specifically for our island environment. Yeah, you have to brush 191. Brush truck 191. Access any point on the island. State park property. Community members of the South Bank. Rescue 191. The community investment and partnership and the friends of the fire department made this leap in care and reality. The unit also provides shelter and rehabilitation services for families and firefighters in case of a house fire.
It says upper captiva, like the upper captive.
Right?
Yeah, that's nuts.
How about Rye, New York? Engine 191.
I just want people to know, like, I know there's going to be some people that watch this video and are like, this is all just coincidence, but
Right?
at a certain point, people, you have to put away your old ways of thinking and you have to understand what's happening here. This is all spirituality. This is run from the top down.
This is. It absolutely is. What you're living a symbolism spell, a numerical spell, and the whole time you're spelling words. You're creating your own. You're kept in these like the Matrix, like a matrix of a fake reality.
Yeah. And like when I was saying about how when you believe in something, it makes it real. So if you can get a lot of people to believe in it, it gives it strength and power and it helps it to manifest.
Right.
Now think about with the towers, with everything you're showing us, with the emergency number being 911, like this number is ingrained inside the heads of every single American.
Whether you know it or not.
Right. And whenever there's trouble, call 911. We got a 911. It's all
Right.
about 911, 911. This gives it power and strength. I don't think people grasp like the power of numbers. They will eventually, but it's like this
Right.
stuff is super real. This is good finds, Franz.
Yeah, and in the list of the 191 streets and the 191 highway is just a short list that goes on. Almost every single state has one. Right? And then I threw this one in there. This is the Grass Rig 91. The chief drives these type of trucks. Right? Danville Fire and Rescue 91. Dial 911 for your brush fire.
Right. Now, do people out there think that they have 91 of these trucks in this little town? Of course not. So why would they have number 91? Right?
Right.
That's
right.
how we got to think. Like
that is how you got to think, and because there are a lot of different numbers for fire trucks.
Yeah.
But there's also not a lot of numbers for fire trucks.
Right. Yeah.
No matter how you use 119, 911, 1991, 191, it's the same spell.
Yeah.
We've got Keene Valley Fire Department, engine 191. It goes on. Peoria Fire Department, rescue 191.
That's crazy, man.
Fillmore Fire Truck 191. So I'm going to get out of here and I'll show you. Think it's just like you said, coincidence, right? There's Danville Station 91, Station 191 in Danville. Engine 191. Rescue 191. Rescue 91. Medic 191. They also have a grass rig 191. Station 191 historical photos. Old engine 91. Squad 91. Ambulance 191.
Man. Yeah, that's nutty.
That is one in Danville, one station. Here's Peoria. Station 191 downtown. Engine 191. Ladder truck, 191. Ladder truck, 191. Ladder tender, 191. Medic cart, 191. Station 191, historical photos. That's Peoria Fire Station number 1. On the truck is EP 191.
Of course it is.
191. The hose truck, 191. Ladder, 191. Rescue, 191. Okay. So like Jay says, it's huge coincidence, but imagine, the 11th month of the year, 9th day, you have a fire off of 191 at 1:19 in the morning, and you call 911 to get station 191 to bring engine 191 and ladder truck 191. You can't make it up.
No, sometimes I wonder if they make it up. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I wonder, like if news stories are fake, just so they can throw a bunch of these numbers in there, so that people will believe
Yeah.
the story.
There was a mass shooting at 121 school off of Highway 91. Yeah, and crisis actors. So I went back to that.
Yeah, good. There you go.
U.S. Route 1.
So
Okay, so it's U.S. Route 191.
You can see my mouse. Cool. So here, the southern branch runs 1,102 miles. It's 1,773 kilometers. So 7 and 3 and 1 is 11, and 7, 711. The northern part is also 711. So just in case people don't know what I'm talking about, saying 711 is 911. September is septa, which means 7. It's the true 7th month of the year. That's why October is the true 8th month, Oct 8. So technically, as Freemasons think, September is the 7th month. So that's why 711 and 911 are the same. Same as 117. That's why 117 is the Antichrist number, because it's the same as 911. But yeah, that's what I was looking at, which is crazy. And it's US Route 191. So that's pretty nuts, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's gotten so much notable attention with the aircraft, the Flight 191, that a lot of the airliners they retired that number.
I find it very
the older ones won't use 191 anymore.
Really? I find it interesting that it like slices the US in half. And that's in Maine.
Yeah, right in half.
Yeah.
This one was in Calais, Maine, the Eastport, Vermont, almost every single state. Every time I typed in Vermont Highway, Texas Highway, Tennessee Highway, I was just trying to get examples, but the list goes on. This rabbit hole went on and on.
Oh, I bet.
It was giving local fire trucks 2 miles away with that number. People think Google is going to even add that for you, but it does. But that was basically everything I put together. Went on a 191.
No, that's cool, man.
And You showed me the picture of that cave.
Yeah, you wanna?
In the yeah, pop it up because what year was that?
Let me see. I gotta try. Oh, you know what? I gotta sign into it. So yeah, let me see. I'll sign into it on this one. I just have to open a different browser because I'm logged
All
into
right, well, I didn't.
YouTube.
Was it going
So
to screw you up?
no. I just gotta use a different browser. That's all. Which I have like three because of this reason. Because if I try to log in, it will be mad at me because I'm logged into YouTube
Oh,
under a different account. All right, let's see. I put it under this one. Yeah, I'm just entering my credentials. And then I will, don't save. What? Oh my goodness, it's making me do an authentication. Oh, I hate this. You know,
yeah.
they're always trying to do this so they can connect your phone to your email address. I hate it. Yes, it's me. Gosh. So, and tap two on, dude. So I'm trying to do it. I'm saying yes, it's me. All right, I just told it to resend it since it wants to play this game. All right, here we go. Hey, one of the numbers it sent was 33. Gosh, yeah, I already said that. My goodness.
Anyways,
Here we go. There we go. So dumb. I hit send it again because it was like, oh, it didn't come through. And then, yeah, here we go. Morengo Cave. So let me see. Oh, okay, there's a bunch of stuff on here. Got it. Let's close that. All right, so now I just gotta do over here. I'm gonna share the screen. How do I do that? Present. Window. This one. Share. Yeah. All right, there we go. So that did it. Let me get rid of these pictures. These are some of the pictures I was taking today, Franz. I'll send those to you later.
all right.
So, very interesting because this is also 9/11. So, the Morengo Cave was discovered September 6th, which is 9/6 or 66 in 1883, which is 9/11, right? Crazy, dude. So let's scroll down and I'll just pan through some of these. This is at the very beginning, so let me get down into the heart of the cave. Yeah, like this thing got big in some places. Um,
Those stalagmites if they come up.
yeah, stalagmites are the ones that are up, and stalactites come down, and if they connect, they call them columns. So some of the pictures they come out good. I started using night sight, which is like this was taken with night sight. That's why it came out good. Um,
So it absorbs as much light as it possibly can.
yeah, and you don't have to use a flash. So it's kind of like night vision almost. This was cool. this is like a little natural dam to make this little pond, and then it drips down into this hole, which they have a cave crawl, and
Yeah.
if you do that, you have to like give them notice and you gotta wear a helmet and safety gear and stuff. But you can go under all this stuff if you do that. Um, so there was a lot of cool stuff. I want to show you
And
this.
they didn't say that this place was evidence of inhabitants.
No, 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 but they wouldn't, you know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it was probably like billions of years of erosion, you know.
It was before the missing link. It was an ancient ancestor.
Yeah, like look at this
Was there?
place,
Did they
man.
have? Was there sections that looked like there was more sections to it, and you couldn't get to it? The tour didn't take you that far.
Yes, yeah, there was a lot of stuff that went back and down, um, and it was big. Like you can see, here's some people. So
Yeah.
this is deep. It goes way back there. Um, let's
So
see.
there is possibly like other rooms that may have significant signs of inhabitants. They just don't
Yeah,
let you go. They predetermined and only allow that tour.
yeah. She said that there was. I explored about a mile and a half, 2 miles of it, but she said that there's literally 5.5 miles.
So
And
you only walked around a third of what it potentially has.
right, and because you got to go through that crawl space to get to it.
You get the other, yeah.
So we couldn't do it because we didn't have helmets and stuff like that. Um, I tried to take pictures of this stuff because there's actually like water dripping off of this, which was cool. You can see here, there's little
Oh,
drips
you can see
coming.
it, yeah.
It's kind of neat. So they were broken off and then they are just reforming. There was this one had, I don't know if you could see it, but in this pot it's like crystals.
Oh yeah. It almost looks like
You see them?
coral, like a coral reef.
Yeah, and this is just from drips. So
And then yeah, that's nuts. And then
and it
you just see
hollowed this thing out. It was pretty cool, man. Made this little tower. She called it a Hershey kiss.
the
Oh, dude. So hundreds of years ago, these guys used to drink this stuff down there, but then they found out it wasn't good for drinking. And the guy who owned it didn't want people going down there. So these cups sat here for like 100 years.
started forming.
Yeah, and they tried to remove them and they couldn't get them out, so they left them there. But they're part of the cave now. Isn't
That's
that
crazy.
crazy? Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy when you pointed out that it was founded September 6th.
Yeah, dude, that's nuts.
Oh, and if you haven't seen Jay's video, you should go watch his latest video because as I was going down this 191 rabbit hole, I was just I was watching bits and pieces of your videos too, trying to get along through the whole thing, and it's too much for coincidence. You're halfway across the country doing your own thing, coming up with your own, and
Yeah,
just so many numerical similarities.
it's everywhere.
And to say
This,
that
huh?
it, and to say it's not a controlling factor of our everyday realities is, I don't know.
It
I want to say
totally
it's
is.
stupid, but you know,
So this part here, I try to get pictures of, but these shiny things you see, these are coins. See?
coins.
Yeah, they huck coins like in this one section. They chuck coins up at the ceiling. Like that's a coin, that's a coin, that's a coin, that's a coin. There's tons of change on the ceiling in that one section. They stick for some reason. I don't know why.
And then they just become a part of the cave.
Yeah, they said every year they'll take them and donate whatever's in there. So this was in there. Apparently they used to have I don't know, square dances or something.
I know you said, yeah, I saw that one stone, that picture of that perfectly symmetrical stone. It said it was the calling box for square dancing.
Yeah. So yeah,
There's-
a lot of
It's
twisted
pretty fun.
ankles. So here's like a visual of like how big this place is.
So how
Right.
far did they say how far down you actually go?
We weren't very far underground here, probably like 30 feet. Um, and driving to it, there was like you know how you always see ledgings on the side of
Right.
highways?
Yeah.
Well, these ledges had big holes in them, dude. There was like, it looked like I could just pull over and go into the caves. They're
Really?
everywhere. Yeah, they're everywhere. Oh yeah, this one. It's the Collars Rock.
The Collar's Rock. Yeah, I mean that looks pretty well flat, squared off.
Yeah, yeah. There's okay, so this has something behind it. So in the next picture, you can see back here, but there
And it's
was
lit
like,
up.
yeah, and there's something behind here, but I don't know what it is because we couldn't go back there.
Like a almost like a doorway, and that's right the doorway in front of it.
Yeah. So
It looks
since,
like
go ahead.
it looks like a shipping container, but it's made out of wood, right?
Yeah, yeah. So when we got to this one section, we had to go down this dark corridor. And I was like, oh, here we are in a cave discovered on September 6th, 9/11. And look, here's your serpent. See it? Winding down, made out of lights. I was like, go figure, dude. Gotta have the serpent. I want to.
You're breaking up again.
I am.
I don't know if it. Yeah, I don't know if it's me or my internet or not.
I
But
think it's yours because you've cut out a couple times.
all right, we've got thunderstorms and power flickering.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. I'm trying to get down to this. Oh, here we go. Look. This is this is cool. So check this out. What you're looking at right here is the ceiling. So
Is it?
this is water. What I'm tracing right now, this is all water.
Yeah.
And this is the ceiling. They call it the mirror pool. You can see here the reflection.
Right.
And let's see, I got some other shots of it, like right here. See how it's so crisp. But this one picture, man, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, it looks like you're looking into the depths.
Into the depth. Right.
Yeah, but it's only 3 inches deep. It's just so still.
What, really?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's another side.
Crazy.
This one. Same thing here. This is the other side, but this is the ceiling. You see it?
Yep.
It's just like this side's 6 inches deep of water.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Let's see. And then the other really cool part. Oh, this is kind of neat. Check this out. See how it like made itself? So weird. That's all hard as
Wow.
rock. This is where we were getting down into the big chamber. You can see down here there's a big pool. This chamber was huge.
It looks huge.
Yeah. And then like I this thing was absolutely massive, dude. Let's see. I wanted to show you one more awesome thing. Yeah, I will link if I can. I think, oh, I'll just put it in the pinned comments. I'll link this album if anybody wants to check it out. There was these little things. They were just like little white crystals on the floor all over the place. Look at this ceiling, bro.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
That's crazy. We could stare at that for like an hour.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is it. Check this out. They said that this, she called this the pipe organ, but this room is crazy.
Kind of does look like a pipe organ.
Yeah,
Those
this,
ceilings are really high, huh?
yeah, oh yeah. This room was probably 35 feet
Like
maybe high.
20, 30 feet. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. This was
Did it
the,
feel, with all that moisture, did it feel really damp in there the whole time you were in there?
it was cool feeling, but it didn't really feel damp. It just felt like kind of like natural AC.
Right.
This one, I tried to get these ones in the picture, this stuff here, because this just goes along this whole wall. It was absolutely beautiful. Craziness.
It is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, this is more of that pool. I was just, my mind was blown by the reflecting pool. Like, it's just so crazy how crisp it is. It totally looks
How,
like you're looking
how,
at, huh?
how long was the tour?
Uh, I had to do two different ones. The first mirror pool I showed you, that was like the end of the first tour. And that one was about an hour, and then I had to
So you
wait.
have to spend more time.
Huh? You broke up. What'd you say? You broke up again. Man, you must have some bad weather. I can hear you now. What? No, it's hard to hear. You keep breaking up. I'll just talk in case you can hear me. The first leg was like an hour. Oh, I think we just lost Franz. Yep, we just lost them. Well, to answer his question, the first leg was like an hour, and the second leg was like 40 minutes. There was a mild wait in between, but yeah, that was that. So it was really awesome. And this is just one of like, I don't know, there's like 5 cave systems in an hour drive from where I'm at in Louisville, Kentucky right now. Um, so, I mean, I only went to check out one, but there are tons of them. They have some with underground zip lines, some with canoe rides. So, yeah, if you guys are ever out this way, definitely want to check out the caves in Indiana because there's a ton of them. So, I'm going to stop presenting this now. We lost Franz, which stinks. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in. And next time we have the show, I will be back home on my own setup. So should be much cleaner. And I'll also be able to get back to making regular videos. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for people that are watching after the fact. I will try to figure out if I can. I don't know if there's a description in the live ones or not, like there is in my videos, but I will either leave it in a pinned comment, the link to this cave pictures, or I will put it in the description and or both. All right. So till next time, you guys, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.